Welcome to today's meditation. Today we're going to take an inner self journey. Take a moment to get comfortable in a relaxed position and in a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. And when you're ready, allow your eyes to gently close and focus on your breathing. Take a few deep breaths. Let it all go. Relax. Get connected with your breathing. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Feel the seat underneath you. Feel the clothes on your body. Hear the sounds around you. Let go of thoughts about what happened at work or at home today. Forget about what you have to do later today or tomorrow. This is a time for you. As the thoughts race through your brain, don't resist them. Don't try to stop them. Just let them go. Let the thoughts pass through your mind. Acknowledge them and let them go. Don't hold on to any of them. Just let them pass by. Continue your breathing and relax. Now go deep within yourself. Imagine yourself floating through the air. You're going on an inner journey, and you can take someone with you on this journey. Someone you're very close to. A child. A parent, a spouse, lover, friend, or coworker. It can be someone you see every day, or it can be someone you haven't seen in a long, long time. Perhaps someone you thought you'd never see again. You can take anyone you wish, but only one. Now, imagine that you're floating with your loved one through the air. You're floating in the clouds. You're as light as clouds. Look around you. What do you see? Look below. What's there? Look beside you. Who's floating with you? Look at your companion. How does it feel to have this person with you? Now look above you. What do you see? What's in front of you? Imagine the wonder of it all in your mind's eye. Pause for a while on a nearby cloud. Standing there, look in the eyes of the person with you. This person cannot go with you any further. Say goodbye to your loved one. Say goodbye in any way you choose. You will make the rest of the journey on your own. Now say goodbye and let that person go. Turn away and continue floating. Look back and see your loved one waving in the distance as you float away. Your loved one is getting smaller and smaller. How does it feel to say goodbye to this person? How does it feel to be alone? Take one last look, and now your loved one becomes a dot on the horizon and disappears as the clouds surround you. Continue floating. Let go of all your worldly thoughts and possessions, and worries and relationships. This journey is for you only. Let go of problems in your relationships, your latest work project, your most obsessive worry that you're trying to solve in your life, let it all go. Feel yourself becoming lighter as you give up these burdens. Your heavy load is replaced with peace and serenity. Imagine that you feel so light as you leave the cloud that you're floating again. This time, you're floating higher and lighter than before. Your worries are gone. You're at peace. Experience you without those extra burdens. Continue floating and feel free of the heavy load. You've left the ones you love behind, and you've left your problems behind, and you're floating through the clouds. How does it feel? How does it feel to be alone without the ones you love and the things that keep you busy or that bog you down? Experience that feeling. Now in the distance, in front of you, see a huge altar, a beautiful altar, adorned with your favorite colors and precious gems. As you near the altar, stop before it. This is your altar. Add anything you want to it. In the center of the altar is a huge life-sized mirror. This magical mirror will enable you to see your inner self. Not the physical you, but the inner you. That part of you that you've never seen before. Stand in front of the mirror and see the real you for the first time. This is your inner self. Picture your inner self. What does it look like? Who are you, really? Is it a small child? Is it a figure in a white robe? Is it a beam of light? Is it an exact replica of you? Or is it a shadowy figure? Really look hard and see it in your mind's eye. Does this self look ashamed, afraid, hurt? Does it have emotional wounds? Is it in pain, sad, or angry? Does it have scars from years of mistreatment? Is it crouching out of fear, or is it standing proudly erect? This is the part of yourself that you have lost touch with because of the details of your outer life. This is the self you've ignored so that you can take care of everyone and everything else in your life. This is the self begged for attention and care when you had more important things to do. This is the self you've called worthless and inadequate time and time again. This is the self you've told you can't do it. This is the self you've called stupid or dumb or unattractive or in some way put down. This is the self you have scolded for making mistakes. This is the self you've punished with shame and guilt. This is the self you have kicked around all these years. This is the self you have showered with abuse by overachieving, poor eating habits, or lack of rest and exercise. This is the self who has been with you since the day you were born, and with you until the day you die. This is your best friend. This is the self who stood by you even when you abandoned it. This is the self who has the potential to love you more than anyone on earth. It's time to attend to the wounds of your inner self. This is the self who longs to be touched, the self who so desperately wants to be loved, accepted, and appreciated. This is the self who hasn't received that love because of the walls and barriers built from past hurt. This love acceptance, and appreciation has to begin with you. This is the self who needs your love. It can start here and now. Step into the mirror and embrace that inner self. Feel yourself becoming whole. You already have within you everything you need to make yourself complete. You don't need your work to fill that hole. You don't need other people to make you complete. You don't need anything outside of yourself to be fulfilled. All you need is to be in touch with your inner self. The self you're embracing is the self who from now on you'll pay attention to, the one you'll love, care for, and affirm. This is the self you'll be there for, the one you'll pamper, the one you'll forgive and allow to make mistakes, the one you'll care for. Enjoy your own company and be your own best friend. The answers are not in the outside world where you spend most of your time. They are right here within you. As you love yourself fully, all the other problems in your life will solve themselves. You never have to be alone again. Because you have this inner you, that deepest part of you that has always been there and always will be there. Turn now and walk away from the mirror and the altar, carrying your inner self inside of you. Imagine yourself floating again. You're as light as air. Soon you will be going back to the outside world again, the world of computers, rush hour, complex relationships, fast-track living, quick fixing, stress, and burnout. But this time, you're not going back empty-handed. You're going back stronger to face the world. You're going back whole, confident, and fulfilled because you have your inner self. See yourself floating through the clouds and slowly back into the room. Imagine yourself coming back into the chair underneath you. Feel the seat beneath you. Feel your feet on the floor. Hear the sounds around you. In any way you want and in your own time, come back to the room. Slowly, gently, opening your eyes whenever you're ready. Thanks for joining me for this meditation today. Remember, you have your best friend right here with you every moment. Be good to yourself today.